Hunter, real estate broker and financial expert. And today we're going to be talking about underbanking and what it means. It's just a fancy word to say no banking. And why? Well, a lot of people, being that the corona situation, give me 1 second. Didn't have a way to get the government to give them their money because they didn't have a bank. And the reasons why people don't have a bank, well, there could be many. Sometimes it's no money or enough money to maintain a bank account. Big banks, when we think of banks, we think about Bank of America, Wells Fargo, or Chase. They charge a fee for having a bank account monthly. And if you don't have direct deposit or a certain balance that you have to maintain, they will charge you a fee. This is not for everybody because thousands and thousands of Americans don't have this problem, but there's thousands and thousands of Americans who do. That $10 is $10 for someone who don't have it, okay? And then there's no transportation. There is not enough banks around their area, and it's a fact. It's a fact. Big banks, it's not your suburbia, not necessarily. A lot of banks don't go into a lot of areas, and so it's very hard for people to bank with them because they're not nearby, and they need to go into the bank and not necessarily bank online. Like it's so easy if you have your direct deposit and you have your debit card, and you really don't need to step into the bank. The most you do is call the bank. But there's a lot of folks who still need to walk into the bank, and they don't have the ability. They distrust. Well, they had a bad experience in the past. They closed their account. They got overcharged over overdraft fees, and it's a mismanagement sometimes. I can guarantee you, for the most part, it's never the bank. They don't do those mistakes because it's an automated system. Unfortunately, we're humans and we make mistakes, and some people don't call before they use their card, and some people just need to buy something. They know they don't have the money, and let's say they don't want to go buy food, and they're spending $25, and they know they only have $20 in the bank, but they need to buy those eggs, and they're gonna go ahead and buy those eggs, even though they might have to pay the bank an overdraft fee in 2 weeks from there, right? Because they won't get paid until 2 weeks from now, or they need to pump gas or anything of that nature. A lot of people don't have IDs. For whatever reason, they don't have a state ID, they don't have a way of identifying themselves. So that's the reason that prevents them from having a bank account. Now, a lot of people are relying on cash apps, Venmo, and PayPal. A lot of apps that you could wire money and exchange money, even Google Wallet. And that's fine between friends. And so what happened now that a lot of people didn't have a bank, this is how they bank. They didn't have a routing number. So what these apps did, they come up with a routing number, and they were able to give that routing number to the people along with their accounts. And that way they got their money or stimulus money sent to them. I don't know if that's the way it's going to be for the future. Maybe these people, as soon as companies like this, the apps get a routing number, that's enough to bank, really. So maybe that's what it's going to be. A lot of people, what they've been doing to get around the fact that they don't have a bank account is that they borrow a friend's account, a friend who has a routing number, account number, to open Cash App, and the Cash App offers you the option. It doesn't go, as soon as somebody transfers money to you, it doesn't go directly to a bank. They give you the option for you to continue to grab the money and put it into a bank. For the most part, they offer you a debit card where they will put the money, and that way it never even needs to hit the bank. So your friend help you out. It won't affect them because the money never hits their account. You get a debit card and you're good to go. And that might work. A lot of people don't write checks. And in the future, maybe big companies or your employer, as long as you give them a routing number and account number, they're good too. So they might go with that option. Now, the second option is to go with more traditional. It's going to be, a credit union. That's why I wrote it down because I might forget. The credit union is an option to a bank. Some of them don't have zero fee, even without the fact that you might not have direct deposit. So you could have zero balance and nothing happens. You might have it for, you might not use your account only every 3 months and nobody's charging you a fee or anything for that, and you have that account ready for you to use, so in case you need the stimulus money sent there, or you want to give anybody your routing number, account number, so they can send you money, is there for you with no fees. And this is a good alternative way. If having no ID is not a problem, not having it near is not a problem, and you don't distrust them, and the only issue is the money, then credit unions is your option, because a lot of them have lowered the standards in the sense that it used to be only for teachers or for firemen or for policemen. Now they say if you live in the near area and with the same zip code, you might qualify. I mean, that's the way their standards are still high. I should reword it, but they have given an opportunity for people who in the neighborhood to be able to open an account with them. So now that you know all these, go ahead and get set up with a Cash App, or go and see if you could open with a credit union. I'll log in some. I'm gonna go ahead and put some links in the bottom, just make your life easier, so you could get to it. I have no affiliation with anyone, just making that available to you, because a lot of people, when this happened, they couldn't get their money. I got phone calls for that, and so they wanted to get some guidance on how to go about this, and this is the way you go about it. I hope this has helped you.